Imagine a woman who confidently charts her own course, unconcerned with the worries that consume most people. She doesn't fit into traditional social roles, choosing instead to live by her own values and embrace her individuality. This is the Sigma female, a woman who thrives on authenticity and independence, free from the constraints of societal expectations. In this video, we'll dive into the unique mindset of Sigma females by exploring 10 things they simply don't care about, even though they matter to most. From redefining success on their own terms to ignoring superficial status symbols, Sigma females offer a perspective that challenges conventional thinking. If you're intrigued by what sets these women apart and want to learn more, make sure to subscribe to the Sigma Sisterhood channel and join us as we uncover the powerful mindset of the Sigma female. 10. Holidays that revolve around shopping and consumerism. For many, the holiday season is synonymous with shopping sprees, gift exchanges, and consumer-driven festivities. The air buzzes with the pressure to buy the perfect gifts and decorate homes to meet societal expectations. But for Sigma females, this frenzy is more a source of bewilderment than joy. They see through the glossy ads and festive displays, recognizing these consumerist holidays for what they often are: an economy-driven push that emphasizes materialism over genuine connection. Sigma females aren't opposed to the idea of celebration, but they prefer to do it on their own terms. Rather than getting swept up in the chaos of last-minute shopping or stressing over finding the perfect gift, they focus on the true spirit of the season: gratitude, love, and meaningful connection. For them, the holiday season isn't about the number of gifts under the tree, but the quality of the moments shared with loved ones. This perspective allows Sigma females to avoid the seasonal stress that often accompanies these holidays. They don't feel obligated to participate in the consumerist culture that others may find themselves trapped in. Instead, they might choose to spend the holidays in quiet reflection, enjoying the company of close friends and family, or even dedicating their time to causes they care about. By opting out of the holiday shopping rush, Sigma females also make a statement about their values. They reject the notion that joy and celebration must be tied to material possessions, instead finding fulfillment in the intangible, like personal growth, deep relationships, and inner peace. This approach not only frees them from the pressures of consumerism, but also allows them to experience the holidays in a way that feels authentic and meaningful. In a world where consumerism often overshadows the true essence of the holidays, Sigma females remind us that it's possible to celebrate in a way that aligns with our values. They inspire others to reconsider what truly matters during the festive season, encouraging a shift from materialism to mindfulness, from spending to sharing, and from stress to simplicity. 9. Engaging in debates or disputes regarding political matters. Political debates can be a hotbed of heated emotions, with participants often more interested in winning arguments than seeking truth or understanding. For many, these debates are a way to express their views, defend their beliefs, and engage in the social discourse that shapes public opinion. However, for Sigma females, political squabbles are less a forum for meaningful discussion and more an exhausting display of ego and stubbornness. Sigma females approach politics with a discerning eye, often feeling frustrated by the way these discussions devolve into emotional outbursts rather than rational, fact-based conversations. They are well aware that political debates rarely lead to productive outcomes, as participants are often too entrenched in their beliefs to consider alternative perspectives. This realization prompts Sigma females to step back from the fray, choosing instead to conserve their energy for discussions that hold more promise for genuine understanding and progress. Rather than getting involved in the often polarizing world of politics, Sigma females focus on areas where they can make a tangible difference. They might channel their energies into community service, personal development, or creative pursuits, activities that allow them to contribute to the world in a positive, meaningful way. This doesn't mean that Sigma females are apathetic or uninformed. On the contrary, they are deeply aware of the issues that matter. They simply choose to engage with these issues in ways that align with their values and priorities, rather than getting caught up in endless debates. By avoiding political disputes, Sigma females maintain their peace of mind and avoid the stress that often accompanies these arguments. They refuse to be drawn into battles that are more about winning than understanding, and in doing so, they set an example of how to navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and composure. Their approach encourages others to consider the true purpose of debate, not to defeat the opposition, but to foster mutual understanding and respect. In a world where political discourse is often marked by division and hostility, Sigma females offer a refreshing alternative. They remind us that it's possible to be informed, engaged, and passionate about important issues without getting caught up in the chaos of conflict. By focusing on constructive conversations and meaningful actions, they show that true progress comes not from arguing but from understanding and cooperation. 8. Their own birthday. For many people, birthdays are a big deal, a time to celebrate, be showered with attention, and feel special. It's a day marked by parties, gifts, and social media posts, all designed to make the celebrant feel important. But for Sigma females, birthdays are just another day on the calendar. They don't seek out the fanfare or expect others to make a fuss over them. This indifference to birthdays stems from a deeper understanding of life and its rhythms. Sigma females don't need a designated day to reflect on their lives or to feel appreciated. For them, every day offers an opportunity for introspection, growth, and gratitude. They believe that the true markers of life's journey aren't found in the number of candles on a cake, but in the experiences and lessons accumulated over time. When their birthday rolls around, a Sigma female might choose to spend the day in quiet reflection, perhaps engaging in activities that bring her joy and peace. She might use the time to set new goals, reflect on past achievements, or simply enjoy a moment of solitude. This approach allows her to stay grounded, focusing on what truly matters, rather than getting caught up in the societal expectations surrounding birthdays. Interestingly, Sigma females often find that others are more excited about their birthday than they are. Friends and family might want to celebrate, but the Sigma female sees these gestures as more about others' need to observe traditions than about her own desires. While she appreciates the sentiment, she doesn't feel the need to make her birthday a big event. This low-key approach to birthdays is part of a broader philosophy that Sigma females live by. They don't need external validation or grand gestures to feel significant. Their sense of self-worth comes from within, and they are content with who they are and where they are in life. This inner confidence allows them to navigate life without the need for constant acknowledgement or celebration from others. In a society that often places a high value on milestones and public recognition, Sigma females remind us that the most important celebrations are the quiet, personal ones. They encourage us to find joy and meaning in our own way, without feeling pressured to conform to societal norms. By embracing a more introspective and understated approach to birthdays, Sigma females show that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external celebrations. 7. Keeping up with the Joneses. In a world where success is often measured by material wealth and social status, many people feel pressured to keep up with the Joneses. They strive to match or surpass the lifestyles of their peers, often at the cost of their own peace of mind and financial security. Whether it's buying the latest gadgets, driving a luxury car, or living in an upscale neighborhood, the desire to project an image of success can be overwhelming. But Sigma females are immune to this social pressure. Sigma females see through the superficiality of this rat race. They understand that true success and happiness cannot be measured by possessions or appearances. Instead, they prioritize financial security, personal well-being, and meaningful relationships over the accumulation of material wealth. For them, wealth is not about how much you have, but about how well you live, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Rather than spending money to impress others, Sigma females invest in what truly matters to them. This might mean saving for future goals, supporting causes they believe in, or simply living within their means to maintain financial freedom. They reject the notion that they need to prove their worth through material displays and instead focus on building a life that reflects their values and priorities. This approach to life allows Sigma females to avoid the stress and dissatisfaction that often accompany the pursuit of status symbols. They don't feel the need to compare themselves to others or to conform to societal expectations of success. Instead, they find contentment in the richness of their experiences, the depth of their relationships, and the fulfillment of their personal goals. In a society obsessed with appearances, Sigma females offer a refreshing perspective. They remind us that true wealth is not about what you own, but about how you live your life. By rejecting the pressure to keep up with the Joneses, they encourage others to focus on what truly matters: personal growth, genuine connections, and inner peace. This mindset not only frees Sigma females from the endless cycle of comparison and competition, but also allows them to live more authentically. They show that it's possible to find fulfillment without conforming to societal expectations, and that the most meaningful success is the kind that can't be measured by material possessions. 6. Workplace politics and gossip. In many workplaces, politics and gossip often run rampant. Colleagues jockey for positions, alliances are formed, and rumors circulate, creating a tense environment where navigating social dynamics can be as important as actual job performance. But for Sigma females, this aspect of office life is more of a distraction than a necessary evil. They prefer to steer clear of the murky waters of workplace politics and gossip, focusing instead on their work and personal growth. Sigma females are driven by their own standards of excellence, not by the need for approval or advancement through manipulative means. They understand that engaging in office politics or gossip only serves to create drama and distract from what truly matters: doing their job well and contributing to the team's success. Rather than getting caught up in who said what or who's vying for which position, they focus on maintaining their integrity and letting their work speak for itself. This doesn't mean that Sigma females are oblivious to the dynamics around them. On the contrary, they are often acutely aware of the power plays and gossip circulating in the office. However, they choose to rise above it, refusing to engage in behaviors that go against their principles. They prefer to maintain professional relationships based on respect and mutual understanding, rather than participating in the toxic behaviors that often characterize office politics. By staying out of the fray, Sigma females can maintain a clear focus on their goals and responsibilities. They don't waste time or energy on petty disputes or trying to curry favor with the right people. Instead, they put their energy into their work, continually improving their skills and knowledge. This approach not only enhances their job performance, but also allows them to build a reputation for being reliable, competent, and trustworthy. Moreover, Sigma females recognize the importance of maintaining a positive work-life balance. By not getting entangled in office politics and gossip, they protect their mental and emotional well-being, ensuring that their time at work is productive and fulfilling rather than stressful and draining. They leave the office at the end of the day with a clear conscience, knowing they've done their best without compromising their values. In an environment where gossip and politics can often dominate, Sigma females stand out for their integrity and focus. They remind us that success doesn't have to come at the cost of our principles, and that true professionalism is about staying above the fray, not getting caught up in it. By rejecting the lure of workplace politics and gossip, they set an example of how to achieve success through hard work, dedication, and authenticity. 5. Constantly seeking social approval. In today's hyper-connected world, the pressure to seek social approval is omnipresent. Social media platforms are filled with curated images, status updates, and the quest for likes, shares, and validation from others. For many, social approval has become a key measure of self-worth, driving them to present a polished, often exaggerated version of their lives. But for Sigma females, this need for external validation holds little appeal. Sigma females have a strong sense of self that isn't dependent on the opinions or approval of others. They value authenticity over appearances and are comfortable with who they are, regardless of how they are perceived by society. This inner confidence allows them to live their lives on their own terms, without feeling the need to conform to societal expectations or seek constant validation. This doesn't mean that Sigma females are indifferent to social interaction. Rather, they choose to engage with the world in a way that aligns with their values and interests. They prefer meaningful connections over superficial popularity, and are more interested in deep, authentic relationships than in accumulating a large social following. They understand that true fulfillment comes from within, not from the fleeting approval of others. By not chasing social approval, Sigma females free themselves from the stress and anxiety that often accompany the quest for external validation. They are not concerned with keeping up appearances or maintaining a certain image to please others. Instead, they focus on living a life that is true to themselves, finding satisfaction in their personal achievements and growth rather than in the opinions of others. This approach also allows Sigma females to be more present and engaged in their lives. Without the distraction of constantly seeking approval, they can fully immerse themselves in their passions, relationships, and personal development. They prioritize what truly matters to them, rather than getting sidetracked by the need to impress others. In a world where social approval is often equated with success, Sigma females offer a refreshing alternative. They remind us that true self-worth comes from within, and that the most important approval we can seek is our own. By living authentically and rejecting the need for constant validation, they show that it's possible to find happiness and fulfillment on your own terms without relying on the opinions of others. 4. Networking for personal gain. Networking is often touted as a crucial aspect of professional success. It's seen as a way to build relationships, open doors, and climb the career ladder. For many, networking events and socializing with influential people are key strategies for advancing their careers. However, Sigma females tend to approach networking differently, viewing it as a tool for genuine connection rather than a means to an end. Sigma females are naturally independent and self-reliant, which means they are less likely to engage in networking solely for personal gain. They value authenticity and prefer to build relationships based on mutual respect and shared interests, rather than on what someone can do for them. This doesn't mean they are opposed to networking. Rather, they are selective about the relationships they cultivate, focusing on quality over quantity. For Sigma females, the idea of networking as a transactional process, where connections are made with the sole purpose of advancing one's career, feels disingenuous. They are more interested in forming real, meaningful relationships that can lead to mutual growth and support. This approach to networking is not only more fulfilling, but also more effective in the long run, as it builds a strong foundation of trust and respect. When Sigma females do engage in networking, they do so with a clear sense of purpose and integrity. They are not interested in climbing the social ladder or leveraging connections for personal gain. Instead, they seek out opportunities to learn, collaborate, and contribute. They are drawn to people who share their values and vision, and who are interested in creating something meaningful together. By focusing on authentic relationships rather than superficial connections, Sigma females avoid the pitfalls of traditional networking. They don't waste time trying to impress the right people or attending events that don't align with their interests or values. Instead, they invest their energy in building relationships that are mutually beneficial and based on genuine connection. In a world where networking is often seen as a means to an end, Sigma females offer a different perspective. They remind us that true success comes from being authentic and building relationships that are grounded in trust and respect. By approaching networking with integrity and a focus on genuine connection, they show that it's possible to achieve your goals without compromising your values. 3. Keeping up with fashion trends. Fashion trends come and go with the seasons, and for many, keeping up with the latest styles is a way to express themselves and stay relevant. The fashion industry constantly churns out new designs, encouraging consumers to update their wardrobes regularly to stay on trend. However, for Sigma females, fashion trends hold little importance. They are not interested in following the crowd or conforming to the latest styles. Sigma females have a strong sense of self and a clear understanding of their personal style. They dress in a way that reflects their individuality, rather than trying to keep up with what's currently popular. This means that their wardrobe is likely to consist of timeless, versatile pieces that they feel comfortable and confident in, rather than trendy items that may quickly go out of style. For Sigma females, fashion is about self-expression and practicality, not about fitting in or standing out for the sake of it. They prioritize comfort, quality, and authenticity in their clothing choices, and they are not swayed by the pressure to adopt the latest trends. This approach allows them to maintain a consistent, cohesive style that truly represents who they are, rather than a constantly changing image dictated by the fashion industry. This doesn't mean that Sigma females are uninterested in fashion. Rather, they approach it in a way that aligns with their values and lifestyle. They are more likely to invest in high-quality, durable pieces that they can wear for years, rather than fast fashion items that are designed to be disposable. They may also choose to support ethical and sustainable brands that align with their principles, rather than following trends that promote consumerism and waste. By not getting caught up in the cycle of fashion trends, Sigma females save time, money, and energy that can be better spent on pursuits that truly matter to them. They avoid the stress of constantly trying to stay on trend, and instead focus on cultivating a personal style that is both comfortable and authentic. This approach allows them to present themselves to the world in a way that is true to who they are, rather than conforming to external expectations. In a world that often equates fashion with identity, Sigma females offer a refreshing perspective. They remind us that style is personal, and that the most important thing is to feel comfortable and confident in what you wear. By rejecting the pressure to keep up with fashion trends, they show that true style comes from knowing who you are and dressing in a way that reflects your individuality. 2. Superficial friendships. Friendships are often celebrated as one of life's greatest treasures, but not all friendships are created equal. In a world where social connections can sometimes be more about convenience or appearances than genuine connection, many people find themselves surrounded by superficial friendships, relationships that lack depth, authenticity, and true emotional support. However, Sigma females are not interested in maintaining these kinds of connections. Sigma females value authenticity and depth in all aspects of their lives, including their friendships. They are not interested in surrounding themselves with people who don't genuinely care about them or who are only interested in surface-level interactions. For them, a true friendship is one that is built on mutual respect, trust, and a deep emotional connection. This means that they are selective about the people they allow into their inner circle, preferring quality over quantity. Superficial friendships often involve a lot of socializing and small talk, but lack the emotional depth that Sigma females crave. They are not interested in spending time with people who only want to talk about trivial matters or who are more concerned with appearances than with genuine connection. Instead, Sigma females seek out friendships that are meaningful, where they can have deep, honest conversations and truly support one another. This doesn't mean that Sigma females are antisocial or uninterested in making new friends. Rather, they are simply selective about the people they invest their time and energy in. They would rather have a small group of close, loyal friends than a large circle of acquaintances. This approach allows them to build strong, lasting relationships that are truly fulfilling. By avoiding superficial friendships, Sigma females protect their emotional well-being and ensure that their social interactions are meaningful and positive. They don't waste time on relationships that don't add value to their lives, and they don't feel pressured to maintain connections that don't serve them. This allows them to focus on building the kind of friendships that truly matter, relationships that are based on mutual respect, trust, and a deep emotional bond. In a world where superficial friendships are all too common, Sigma females offer a different approach to social connections. They remind us that true friendship is about quality, not quantity, and that it's better to have a few close, meaningful relationships than to be surrounded by people who don't truly care about you. By being selective about their friendships, Sigma females ensure that their social lives are rich, fulfilling, and emotionally satisfying. 1. Fear of being alone. For many people, the fear of being alone can be overwhelming. The thought of spending time by themselves, without the distraction of others, can be unsettling and even terrifying. This fear often drives people to seek out constant social interaction, even if it means forming shallow connections or staying in unhealthy relationships. However, for Sigma females, being alone is not something to be feared, but rather embraced. Sigma females understand the value of solitude and see it as an opportunity for self-reflection, personal growth, and inner peace. They don't need the constant company of others to feel fulfilled or happy. Instead, they cherish their alone time as a chance to recharge, focus on their goals, and connect with themselves on a deeper level. For them, solitude is not a sign of loneliness, but a sign of strength and self-sufficiency. This doesn't mean that Sigma females are loners or that they don't enjoy socializing. They value their relationships and enjoy spending time with friends and loved ones. However, they don't rely on others for their happiness or sense of self-worth. They are comfortable in their own company and don't feel the need to fill their lives with constant social interaction to avoid being alone. By embracing solitude, Sigma females avoid the fear and anxiety that often come with being alone. They don't feel the need to seek out relationships or social interactions just to avoid loneliness. Instead, they focus on building a fulfilling life that is grounded in self-awareness, self-acceptance, and personal growth. This approach allows them to live authentically and independently, without the need for constant validation or companionship from others. In a society that often equates being alone with loneliness or failure, Sigma females offer a powerful reminder that solitude can be a source of strength and fulfillment. They show us that it's possible to be happy and content on your own, and that true self-worth comes from within, not from the company of others. By embracing the power of solitude, Sigma females live life on their own terms, free from the fear of being alone. By following the path of the Sigma female, one can learn the art of self-sufficiency and emotional independence. Embracing solitude, focusing on meaningful relationships, and living authentically are powerful ways to build a fulfilling and resilient life. So, if you find yourself resonating with these principles, take a step back from the pressures of society and trust in your ability to create a life that aligns with your values and desires. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sigma Sisterhood channel for more insights and inspiration on living a life of strength, independence, and authenticity. Join the community of women who are redefining what it means to be successful, fulfilled, and truly themselves.